May I go to a breakout room with the prosecutor to confer?
Mr. Powers, did you?
Deputy Butler.
Yes, Aleda. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to County Court 9. The Honorable Judge Alma Salinas Ender presiding. May I remind everybody, this is not a Zoom meeting. This is an official court proceeding. Please act as if you are inside this courtroom. If you're driving your vehicles, please pull them over for the safety of yourself and that of others. Remove your hats. Please have your case number and page number from the docket ready for the judge when she calls you to make your announcements, please. That will help this proceeding move along more quickly. Again, you are in an official court proceeding. Pull your cars over, remove your hats. We're inside the courtroom, please. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I do notice that there are a few people that are moving around or in vehicles. Once again, for your safety, make sure that you are pulled over and you are safely parked. This is an official court proceeding. Everything is being recorded and it is also being broadcast on YouTube. So please comport yourself in appropriate fashion. We'll call for announcements.
The first one on the docket, Your Honor, is Elizabeth Russell.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here for Jennifer Hyder. Do you need the cause number?
Yes, please.
Give me just a second. I apologize. I'm in person at another court. Six 70901.
Is she on?
I'm not sure, Judge. That's one of the reasons why we're here. It's because we've lost contact with Ms. Hyder after receiving the offer from the state. And I need to know if she is going to be accepting the offer.
I am here.
Okay, perfect. If we could have a breakout room.
Ms. Russell, would that be you and your client?
Yes, please. I'm sorry. We already have an offer from the state. I don't need to confer, just me and Ms. Hyder.
All right, Your Honor. The next one online would be Mr. Dylan George.
Morning. Mr. George?
Okay, he was here. All right, let me go to the next one. He must be busy. Kim Bessa.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here for Monica Alejandro. The case number is 662395. She's on the bottom of page 4.
And what is your announcement?
Judge, we're set for a plea today and we're working on the paperwork. I don't see her on Zoom, but I am on contact with her. I do know that she was in the waiting room last I spoke to her, but I'll make sure that she logs in because I am in contact with her right now, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, the next one is Mr. Jeffrey Martinez.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have a Ms. Roxanne Gonzalez. She's at the top of page 5, and it's a 665782. And she has 2 cases in your court this morning. And I think the one on the docket listed first is 662495, and she should be logged into the Zoom.
And what is before us today with Ms. Gonzalez?
I was just going to ask if I may get in line to confer, Your Honor, so I may get an offer from the state.
Okay, so your client stays on and you want to be in a breakout room with the state.
If we may, yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
Okay, the next one would be Mr. Alan Messinger. Alan Messenger? Messinger? Okay, looks like he's busy. Daniel Garcia.
Present.
good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
And you are appearing for who?
For Joel Diaz and it's cause number 669756 on page 6.
And what was his name again?
His name is Joel Diaz, and I believe he is here, but
Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
yes, we can.
Oh. Okay.
All right, and what do we have before us with regards to Mr. Diaz this morning?
Your Honor, I'd like to confer with the ADA this morning.
Okay, so Mr. Diaz, a hand tight, and your attorney is going to be conferring with the state, and we will be back with you.
Okay, can I mute it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, by the way.
Good morning.
Okay, let me try again, Mr. Alan Messinger. All right, then we'll. go-
Aleda, I'm sorry.
Aleda Munoz.
I'm
Yes,
sorry.
Judge. Renee
Oh.
Munoz, but I believe Ms. Russell had a question before they announced me.
No, Renee, go ahead. I can go after you.
Okay. Yes, Judge. I have 3 clients on today's docket. The first one would be Kathleen Fossey on page 1, 624453, Your Honor.
And the next one?
The next one is going to be on page number 3, Nadine Garcia, 648302.
The next one?
And the final one is going to be on page 3 as well, Jeremy Sutton, 649242.
Can you repeat that last number again?
Yes, of course. 649242.
And what is your announcement with regards to your clients?
Yes, Your Honor. On the first one, Kathleen Fawcett, she is present. I need to confer with the state regarding the potential resolution.
Okay.
And then on the second one, Nadine Garcia, she's listed as fugitive status. I've still had no contact with her at this point, Judge.
Was there a warrant out for her?
Yes, there's currently active warrants on her cases.
Okay. And then with the last one, Jeremy?
Yes, Judge Jeremy Sutton. I'm with the mental health unit with the public defender's office. I got a call from his pretrial officer, Mr. Fisher, yesterday. He notified me that he was at Laurel Ridge, a mental health facility. He was able to confirm that because he's on GPS, my client is, and the officer was able to confirm that he was in fact there, Judge. So he's at a facility at this moment. We're asking for a reset. The pretrial officer did state he was going to give me that documentation as well, but they're having some difficulty regarding, the sensitive information.
And how much time are you requesting?
Just a short reset, Your Honor, maybe 2-3 weeks to allow him to get out, and then I can give him a call. He's residing at Haven for Hope, the homeless shelter, so I can reach out to them and coordinate a time so I can speak with him regarding his case.
Okay, let's set it for March the 31st. And if you have a resolution of the matter before that, I'm sure you can contact Aleda and she will, squeeze you in on Judge Saldaña's docket at some time.
Sure thing, Judge. Will do. I appreciate that.
Thank you. All right, so you want to confer on Kathleen Rossi with the state?
Correct, Judge, please. Thank you.
Is she on today?
Yes, Judge, she's present.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, well, just hang tight. Your attorney is going to be speaking to the state. We'll be back with you. Ms. Russell, you have your hand up?
Yes, Judge. I'm done conferring with my client. We are ready to proceed with the plea, and I've sent an email to the court coordinator the CLO and the prosecutor requesting plea paperwork. And I was just wondering if the court was going to be able to accept that plea today, or if we need to reset it for a different date.
Well, I guess that depends on how soon you can get all the paperwork and whether you and your client can execute it.
We can execute it within probably about 20, 30 minutes of getting the paperwork, Judge.
Well, then I would suggest that you just be in contact with Aleda and see whether or not we're able to squeeze it in today or maybe tomorrow, once you get all the paperwork in.
Okay, thank you, Judge. And I'm going to need to speak to the CLO, Corey Richardson, about the Bear Gives Back program when the court has time.
Do you want to be put into a breakout room with him?
Yes, whenever he's available, Judge.
Mr. Richardson, are you available now?
Yes, Judge. Sorry, I was on mute.
Okay, so then Aleda, if you don't mind putting them in a breakout room, and then again, if you can get all your paperwork in, I'm sure we can take it today. If not, I'm sure you can contact Aleda and see if you can be squeezed in tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, the next one is Mr. Rene Vela.
Your Honor, it appears I'm having some issues with the video. That is me. Well, that is me there, but it's kind of, I don't know, stuck.
Oh, okay. As long as it's not a cat, right?
Oh, I assure you, I'm not a cat. Okay, I have case number 652775.
Okay.
Arfado, and I have never had contact with this particular client. Sent letters, phone calls, no response, no returns.
What kind of bond is he out on? Is he on PR bond or do we know?
I do not know, ma'am.
I'm just wondering whether you were able to reach out to the bail bondsman if it was a surety bond or if it was a PR bond program, whether he's been reporting there.
It says it has criminal history, priors for assault, for DWI. I would assume it wasn't.
Your Honor, if I may, he does have a bond, a surety bond, a border bonding number 2 out of Laredo. The phone number that I have, the last digits are 712-8700.
And that would be area code 956 out of Laredo. Is this his first appearance?
Well, Your Honor, we had a Zoom on April 5th of 2021. He did not show. I got an offer. And then we had one on 5/5/21. Did not appear, no contact still. I have notes that there was a warrant issued on 5/5/21.
Oh, so it hasn't been served.
Not to my knowledge, Your Honor.
So then he's, I guess this would be fugitive status right now?
At this point, he does have a bond. It was made on August 4th, 2021. So that must be the bondsman if he wants to contact them.
So it was still border bond?
It is border bond right now.
And you got that phone number, Mr. Vela?
Yes, 956-712-8700.
Maybe if you want to contact them and then get back on, or maybe mute yourself and go off video and then call them and see whether or not they've been in contact with Mr. Alfaro. Is it Raul Alfaro?
I got Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, let me mute myself and I'll make a phone call.
Okay, thank you.
All right, the next one would be Mr. James Toshi. Okay. The next one, I'm gonna call in again, Alan.
Your Honor, Jeffrey Martinez, I'm back from conferring. I didn't know if you wanted me to make an announcement or wait till the end.
Yeah, you can wait till our coordinator's done speaking, sir.
Okay, Mr. Alan Messinger, I noticed that he stepped out and came back in. Is-
Now, yeah, it dropped off. I lost internet. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm here for William Herrera. It's 668-994. It's on page 6, Your Honor.
Could you repeat that cost number again?
Sure, 668-994.
Is Mr. Herrera on?
He is.
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay.
Hi.
What is your announcement, Mr. Messenger?
We can confer.
You wish to confer with your client?
No, with the state, sorry.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we will be back with you, Mr. Herrera, once your attorney is finished conferring with the state.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Martinez, you had an announcement for the court?
I did, ma'am, if I may. I was with defendant Roxanne Gonzalez. She's on the top of page 5. I was able to confer with the court, with the prosecutor, receive an offer, and asking for time to reset and go over that offer with my client.
How much time are you requesting?
Your Honor, 2 weeks should be sufficient, whatever the court allows.
Do we have a date within 2 weeks?
Within 2 weeks, Your Honor, February 24th.
At 10 a.m. 10 a.m.
Your Honor, I'm on vacation that day. Could it be the day before?
The day before would be fine, Your Honor, February 23rd.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. May me and my client be excused.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, the next one in line would be Mr. Bob Garza.
Hello, Judge. How you doing this morning?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I represent Ali Samarari. I think it's on page 7, and I represent him on one of his TWIs. I'd like to confer with the state. We were waiting for some lab results. I want to see they've got them.
And your client is on?
Yes, he is. Say something, Ali.
Hello, Your Honor.
Okay, just make sure you stay on until your attorney gets back.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
If I may later.
Yes.
Everybody check their chat messages, please.
Okay, the next one would be Mr. Scott Hill.
Good morning, Judge. I've got 2 clients on page 1, Israel Sanchez and Ernesto Garcia. They are both present. I would like to confer with Miss Karina Sanchez, if that's okay with the court.
That's fine.
Oh, and Judge, if I could just bring up one matter. I did a plea with you on Thursday, and it was for a judgment satisfied, and I can give you the case number, but as of yesterday, he was still stuck in jail. And so I don't know, maybe if he just didn't sign the judgment or what's going on.
What is the cause number?
666311.
666-391?
311.
311. Okay, I will look into it right away, Your Honor. I know that the clerks, we were short-staffed and one was overwhelmed, but I will look into it today.
And I believe I did sign everything that was sent to me, but I will check that as well.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let me put them in the breakout room. The next one in line would be Mr. Roland Garcia.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here for Felix Segura. I did see him logged into the Zoom meeting.
And what is your announcement?
I'm asking for this to be put on the trial docket.
What is that cost number?
If you give me one moment, I can look it up, Judge.
That would be on page 4, Your Honor. Case 657625.
Thank you for that.
Mr. Segura?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So you're asking to be placed on the trial docket?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
Mr. Garcia?
Yes, Your Honor.
Trial docket. So you want to go to trial? We'll set you down for March the 28th.
Is that going to be a call docket or will that be a date certain?
It'll be a call docket, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Judge, I have a case on tomorrow's docket. I'd like to confirm.
Hold on one second. Mr. Segura, stay in contact with your attorney. Okay. Yes, Mr. Garcia?
Judge, I have a case on tomorrow's docket that's I'd like to do a plea on. I'd like to confer with the state to make sure that we're in line for that.
Okay.
All right, the next one in the lineup, which we're gonna break our room, sir, would be Mr. Milton Butler.
Yes, I have a Demarion Harrison. It's on page 4. It's 660571. This case was set for a plea today, but Mr. Harrison's phone broke yesterday, so he was unable to access the paperwork. He notified me this morning of that. He said that he could not be on the Zoom because his phone was broken. I asked him, well, what phone was he calling from? He said it was a friend's and that he had to give it back to her because she was about to leave. So I was wondering if we could get a reset for another date to take the plea when his phone is fixed and he can access the paperwork.
Well, let's give you a date certain, and then if you have all the paperwork done and you want to plead earlier, you can always contact Aleda and she will work you in the schedule as a walk-in. But let's give you a date certain. Do you think that next week would be sufficient time?
I think it would be. Could we do it on the 16th?
Let me see. Aleda, are we? I don't think we're programmed for the 16th at all. We've got.
Yeah, no, not for a plea, Your Honor. We could do it either on the 17th or the following week on the 23rd.
17th. Let's see, would it be in the morning or the afternoon?
It'll be about 11:30, the please.
Okay, can we do it on the 17th?
Okay. All right, and so we're asking them to sign in around 11:30, Aleda?
Yes, Your Honor. If the plea paperwork is ready and we'll be ready to go, it'll be at 11:30.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Paul Vasquez.
Good morning, Judge. I'm on page 4, Henry Jimenez. Cause number 655-961. Judge, we have a plea deal worked out. We've been conferring with ADA Jeff King, and we are asking for the case to be recalled for the taking of that plea.
Okay, and do you want that done today?
Next week, Judge.
Okay. What day next week?
Any day that's available.
The 14th, Your Honor?
Okay, and should we have them sign in at 11:30 as well?
Yes, if the paperwork is ready, Your Honor.
11:30 a.m., February 14th?
Yes, sir.
Very well, thank you.
Thank you.
Henry, you can go ahead and log off.
I will try again, Mr. James Doshi.
Good
No?
morning.
Okay.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here on Nathaniel Green. He is on page 6 of your docket. His case number is 6665516. He should be zooming in. And he has several felonies that are currently pending. I am hoping that the misdemeanor cases will be consumed upon disposition of the felonies. I also show him to be a fugitive on your docket, so I don't know how you want to handle this. There's really nothing I can do right now.
All right, could you repeat your client's name?
Nathaniel Green. First one on page 6.
Is he on?
He should be. I'm in phone contact with him, and he indicated that he was going to Zoom in about 5 minutes ago.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, when are the felonies scheduled for?
Judge, they unfortunately do not have a setting. They were indicted late in 2021 and have yet to receive a trial setting or court setting.
Are you representing him on those as well?
I am.
Okay. Do you want to maybe confer with the state's counsel? Because if you've got an outstanding warrant out of this court, that could be a problem for your client.
Well, it is a problem, and he is aware of it. He's taking steps to resolve it, but that's where it is right now. I will chat with a prosecutor. I don't mind doing that. But I don't think we're going to be able to move forward with anything today until the warrants are taken care of.
Right. So would you like to go into a breakout with them and then come back in and announce?
Sure, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, the next one is Alfonso Otero.
Your Honor, good morning. This is Attorney Javier Maldonado appearing for Mr. Otero. This is on Cecilia Gallegos Moreno. She's not on the docket, at least as from checking on it.
She was on the docket yesterday.
Yes, Your Honor. And she has not signed the paperwork. Mr. Otero is requesting an in-person hearing.
Didn't we give her an in-person? Wasn't she actually going to come to the courthouse, go to the courtroom?
I believe that's what she claimed, that she was going to be coming in today, Your Honor. It was in the morning. See if Deputy Butler is Ms. Gallegos Moreno in.
No, Judge. No, Aleda, she's not here.
Well, I know she was on the entire morning yesterday, and then she indicated she would come in person this morning.
I understand from Mr. Otero, he got all the paperwork to her and spoke to her yesterday, and she hadn't signed the paperwork. And so his suggestion to the court is that the court require both counsel and the defendant to appear so that this case can be resolved.
I know, Aleda, you spoke with her in a breakout room, and she indicated to you that she had certain days where she was off. I kind of gathered that from the conversation when you came back in. Do you remember when her days off were?
Not right off the bat, Your Honor. I do know that she was going to be available in the morning, and then she was going to be busy, but for today, she was going to be available. So she was aware. Maybe she's having a little difficulty arriving. If we want to wait.
Well, Mr. Maldonado, you're not prepared to go forward and represent her, is that correct?
I am not, Your Honor. I don't know anything about the case.
Okay. Well, why don't we wait to see if she shows up, but let's maybe schedule her for an in-person, both her and her attorney. How does February the 15th look? If I'm assuming she has Tuesday mornings off.
Mr. Otero, I believe is in San Antonio that day, Your Honor.
Miss Aleda Castillo, is that a good day to reschedule it for?
It is, Your Honor. We'll see them both on the 15th.
In person.
In person, they can do the plea paperwork and we can automatically send it to the court.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Claudine Espinosa.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Your Honor. I'm present for Hector Gonzalez. He's the attorney of record, but we work together. And I have two clients on the docket. They're both on the first page. The first one is Mr. Trini Eric Medeles, and he's the fourth one down. We're set for a plea And then Mr. Rene Rodrigo Esparza, he's the last one on page 1. We're also set for a plea. But if I may go to breakout room with Mr. Medelis first, and then Mr. Esparza.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The next one will be Stephen Harkowitz.
Morning, Judge. I have Brandon Singleton. He's on page 2.
Mm-hmm.
Case number 64808.
And what is your announcement with regards to him?
Well, I'm not really sure because it's my understanding the case is still awaiting filing. So I don't know if I need to talk to a prosecutor what their intention of pursuing this case is it's been pending in that status since June of 2020.
All right, can we put him in a breakout room? Then Mr. Singleton, stay on while your attorney confers with the state.
It does look like there is a file. Okay, the next one would be Mr. Ray Lopez.
Yes. I'm present on Stacy Cook / HUIZAR, case number 673-673-126. She's present.
Second, Your Honor.
I need to confer, Your Honor.
With your client?
No, with the state.
Okay. All right, so Ms. Cook, just hold on and we'll get back to you as soon as your attorney finishes conferring with the state.
Yes, Your Honor.
Next one is Mr. Sean Farmer.
Hello, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I'm here for, I'm sorry, for Ryan Barboza, who was from yesterday's docket. I'd be requesting that we could reschedule for an in-person plea for him. This is about the third setting that he's been unable to receive the email for the plea paperwork. And let's see. And then I also have a Gerson Ramos on page 5.
Hold on.
Cause number.
So with regards to Mr. Mendoza, you want an in-person setting?
Yes, please.
Do we have one available for him?
Your Honor, we can do this on the 15th as well if they wish, or the 14th.
Preferably the 15th, if possible.
Okay, and that'll be at 11:30.
Okay, thank you.
So perhaps if you arrive early, you can get all the documents signed in time for it to get uploaded and to all of us.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
And then I have Gerson Ramos on page 5 under cause number 663-159. I was hoping to confer with the state on that. And then I also have Jessica Landez under cause number 665-9821 on page 5. And if I can confer with the state.
Okay.
All right. Next one will
Your
be.
Your Honor, we finished conferring with the state.
I'm sorry, who's speaking? I've got a bunch of. Okay, Mr. Smith.
Yes, sorry. For William Herrera, which is 668-954. And we're just asking, the state's asking for, well, can agree to a 30-day reset. They need to make an offer and look at the file.
March the 31st at 10 o'clock.
Okay, thank you. May we be excused?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor,
Have a great
may I
day.
approach?
Go ahead.
Sure,
Go ahead,
Mr.
Ms. Garcia.
Daniel Garcia?
Yes, Your Honor. I have finished conferring with the state on cause number 669-756 on page 6. Mr. Joel Diaz. Your Honor, the state needs an additional time to review the file for possible dismissal or an offer. There's been new evidence received.
How much time?
30 days, Your Honor, would be more than enough.
March the 31st at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor. Are we excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Linda Corley,
Yes, Your Honor. I am here on Jesus Rojas, page 5, and I do need to confer. I believe I had been talking with Karina Sanchez, if she's still in this court.
She is.
Mr. Rene Munoz is back from conferring, Your Honor.
That was quick. Mr. Munoz?
Yes, Judge. I have Kathleen Fossey on page number 164453. She is present. I did confer with the state. They are going to tender a conditional dismissal upon her showing proof of inpatient treatment. She's looking to enter that within the next week or so, Judge. If we could just get just a standard reset as a status check, we really appreciate it.
And when do you suggest setting that status check?
If the court could set it for March 31st, Judge, I think that would be a good date. Or further down, that works as well with me.
April the 5th?
Yes, Your Honor, that sounds perfect.
Okay, and so with your other client, Nadine Garcia, she's still in fugitive status. And with regards to Jeremy, we reset that for March the 31st, correct?
Yes, Judge, I believe that covers it all. Me and my client, and I'd be excused for this.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Judge. Bye.
Mr. Albert Acevedo,
Judge, I'm here from yesterday was a recall. Mr. Contreras is on the Zoom. I just asked for a reset. He has pending felonies right now. We're waiting a trial setting on those.
We haven't received that as far as I can tell.
So how much of a reset are you asking for?
If you can get us a month, I'm still awaiting that trial setting. We had a setting last week in the felony court, but I haven't got an update on the new setting.
March 31st.
March 31st. Thank you. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
You have a good day, Your Honor.
You too.
Mr. Thomas Limon,
Yes, hello, Your Honor. How are you doing today, Your Honor?
I'm fine, thank you.
I think I got held into court today. Somebody must have had an attorney, appointed attorney who didn't speak Spanish, and they transferred him over to me. So I hopped on as soon as I could to maybe talk to him, exchange contact info, and get a reset date.
Who is your client?
His name is Cesar Garcia.
Is Mr. Garcia on?
I believe he's in person.
he's in the courtroom, Your Honor.
Okay. And so do you want to be placed in a breakout room with him right now, or you just want to reset so you can confer with him?
Yeah, I think just a reset because he's actually texted me. So we do have each other's contact info now that I look.
Okay. Do you want, how much time do you want?
Fresh. It's new to me. I'm sure the other attorney had it for a while, but I would appreciate a couple weeks if possible.
March the 31st at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
May my client be excused?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have a great day.
You too.
Mr. Scott Hill has arrived from conferring.
Hello again, Judge. I've got two cases on the first page, and that was Mr. Sanchez and Mr. Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Sanchez, the DA, is going to look into something for Mr. Garcia, and then she's also going to get me an offer on Mr. Sanchez, no relation, and I'm asking for, I guess, a reset date for that March 31st date that you've been giving out. If we can get both those set for the same day, that would be great.
Okay, we'll reset them for that day.
Thank you, Judge. Myself and my clients be excused.
Yes,
Thank you. Have a good day.
you too.
Judge, this is Kyle Simpson. May I approach briefly?
I'm sorry, let me change this from gallery view to speaker. Who's speaking?
This is Kyle Simpson. I represent Anna Oliveras.
Yes, sir.
And I was going to see if I can confer with the prosecutor or get in line.
All right.
Thank you.
Judge just said Piker.
Mr. Simpson, what case number is that on?
Give me 2 seconds here.
Also, may I remind everybody, wait till you're recognized before you announce. There is an order. A lady will call you out. Thank you.
Mr. Simpson, I'll wait for that case number and then I'll put you in. Next one is Mr. Chris Peng.
Yes, Your Honor. I have 2 cases on the same client. She is on page 3. And her name is He Ying Lian. It's going to be 648. Hang on one second. It's going to be 648-186 and 648-187, Judge. My client is available here with me via video chat. She does not speak English, is not very well versed in operating Zoom. However, we do have a conditional dismissal that we had worked out with the state. If it's okay with the court, I'd like to confer to see if we can dispose of both of the cases today.
Okay, you wish to confer with the state?
Yes, with I believe I spoke with Miss Karina Sanchez last time.
Okay.
And Judge, I do have that cause number.
Okay.
If you're ready, it's 669-118.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, the next one is Mr. Edward Piker.
Judge, I'm on page 5, about 3/4 of the way down. I have 2 cases. Anthony Nino, which I'd like to talk to probation, and Catherine Knight, which I'd like to talk to a prosecutor.
All right.
All right, the next one would be Mr. Andrew Priest.
Good morning, Judge. I had Johnny Mata, was the first one on page 7. Cause number was 670-259, and I would like to talk to the state, please.
That's your only case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. James Toshi, is you ready to announce to the court?
Yes, I am. Judge, the case, obviously, nothing's going to happen on the case today, and he's not a fugitive in here, but we can't get a setting in district court until he resolves a warrant situation. So if you could give us perhaps a 60-day reset, if that's even possible in this court. He's got plans to resolve his felony warrant, which will then allow us to come into felony court, but we don't have a deal, and they won't call his case because he's considered a fugitive.
So you want a 60-day reset?
If you could indulge me that far, yes, ma'am, please.
Okay, April the 13th.
Okay, thank you very much, Judge.
You're welcome. Is that your only case?
Yes, ma'am, it is. Have a great day.
You too.
Okay, Mr. Bob Garza has returned from conferring.
Yes, sir. Mr. Garza?
Thank you.
Did you say it was Bob Garza that was returned,
Yes, he's muted. There you go. Oh,
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Judge, I need a reset for 60 days. We're still waiting on the lab results on the drug test on a DWI case.
April the 13th.
Pardon me?
April the 13th.
All right, perfect, Judge. Thank you. And can my client and I be excused?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too.
Victoria Cruz.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm on page 6. Last line on page 6, please. Jesus Guadalupe Gonzalez Garza. That may be backwards, I'm sorry. It's a DWI, simple class B. And I would like to be placed on the trial docket, please.
That'll be March the 28th at 10 o'clock.
Excellent. My client is logged on. May we be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thanks, Aleda.
Okay, looks like Mr. Paul Acevedo.
I am present. I have Esteban Carrillo on page 4. Can I confer with the prosecutor?
Yes.
All right, and we have Mr. Cole Nettles.
Hi, how are you doing this morning, Judge?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just have one case on your docket this morning. It's Felipe Landon, cause number 647997. I believe Vanessa Garcia is going to be the attorney of record. She's just another attorney here in my firm.
And what is your announcement?
My announcement is that Mr. Landon has a pending aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charge that's out of the same transaction as this case here, the unlawful carry case. And that is in the, I believe, the 186th District Court. My firm does represent him on that case, so we are just asking that the misdemeanor case be continued for a few months while we try to resolve the felony.
And so you want a 60-day?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll schedule it for April the 13th.
Okay, and then may myself and Mr. Landon be excused?
Yes, you and Mr. Landine can be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good rest of your morning.
Thank you.
Okay, looks like Mr. Dylan George has gotten back from conferring.
Mr. George?
Actually, I never went to conferring, Judge.
Oh, we never called you?
I don't think he was present when you.
Yeah.
I've been in several courts today.
I am sure. Okay, so who do you have for us today?
I have Joseph Alcaraz, who is in the courtroom, 650-891 on page 3.
And what is your announcement, son?
Need to confer, Judge.
With the state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Nora Denise Martinez. Okay, she must be busy. Mr. Vela,
Yes,
have you conferred with the state? Are you ready for an announcement?
Your Honor, I was given an offer last year. I'm assuming it's still in play. I've talked to my client. I believe he's on the Zoom.
Who is your client?
I'm sorry, Jesus Alfaro. That's 652-775.
Hmm. And so what is your announcement today?
Well, I believe I'd like to get set up for a plea.
Is the paperwork in?
No, ma'am.
When do you want to set it up for a plea?
Today's February. Probably within the next 30 days. Fine.
Aleda?
Your Honor, we can do February 23rd or 24th if the paperwork is ready. If it's ready, we can always bring them in prior to that date.
My client does reside in Laredo. Would he need to be at the court for the court date for the plea?
If he's
No.
going to be on Zoom, he can be in Laredo. Is that correct, Aleda?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, just needs to be on Zoom. Okay, let me look at my calendar for the 23rd or 24th. 23rd looks fine.
And he does have a warrant out?
Okay.
I don't see that.
I thought, or no, he posted bond again on that last warrant, on the one that was issued in May. That's right. So he's okay.
Yeah, he's okay.
So did you say the February the 23rd at, is that going to be at 11:30 or?
Yes, Your Honor, at 11:30, the paperwork is ready. We'll be good to go then.
Perfect. February 23rd at 11:30. May we be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Mr. Let's see, Ms. Russell's waiting for a plea. Mr. Sean Farmer is back.
Hello. I've received, I'm sorry. I submitted, I guess, an affidavit of non-prosecution for Ms. Landez, so the state would like to review that. It's under cause number 665982, potentially for dismissal. And then I also have Gerson Ramos. She's under cause number 663159. And with that, I do have an offer that I can relay to him, and I'll request a reset for both cases.
Okay. So, but your other client, you've got an in-person with Mr. Mendoza, you've got an in-person on February the 15th at 11:30. And you're
It's
asking,
Ryan Barboza.
oh, okay. My mistake. So then with regards to the other two, you want a resetting for how long?
Well, for Ms. Landez, under 665982, a very short reset. She's currently detained, and the state would review those letters for the dismissal. So I'm not sure, maybe if there's another reset for this week, if possible.
Do we want to reset it for Thursday, Aleda? And then if you have Mr. Farmer, if you are able to get all that back before that, you can call Aleda and she'll squeeze you in tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Or even today, if it gets back today.
Okay. And then for Mr. Ramos, 663159, I believe like a week reset. And
setting for him.
Your Honor, we can also bring him back either the 15th. He'll be here anyway, so we can take care of it then.
Okay, would that be all right with you at 11:30 on the 15th?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Okay, have a good week.
You too. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Stephen Harkowitz has returned.
Okay.
Yes, Judge, on Brandon Singleton, I conferred with the prosecutor. She needs to request the blood test results since she didn't see them apparently in the file, or so if I could get a reset.
How much time are you requesting?
Well, if I could get about 30 days, because once I get, she said
March
that when she
31st?
received them. I'm sorry?
March 31st at 10.
That'd be fine, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Can Mr. Singleton and I be excused then?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Payne has arrived back.
Yes, Your Honor. Judge, I spoke with the state on this one, and they informed me that they have sent you 2 dismissals for your signature on both of these cases.
What are they again, so I can look for them? The cost
One
number.
second, Judge.
They're sending me stuff all the time.
Sorry,
Okay.
Your Honor. It's going to be on page 3 of the docket. It's
No. Tell me the
648
cost. Okay, 64.
648186
I
and
see that.
648187.
Okay, from Ms. Sanchez, Corina Sanchez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I've got them. Let me sign them right now.
Thank you, Judge.
Same client. It's the
Yes,
same.
Judge. Same person, both cases.
Okay. Okay. So that's signed and transmitted. I don't know how long it takes to actually go through the whole process. I usually get an email back saying that it's completed, but I'm not sure if it's processed through the whole system. I don't really know
Okay.
how that works.
Sure, Your Honor. May we be excused? Do you still need anything from the defendant?
No. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, the next one would be Linda Corley has arrived back.
Thank you. Yes, I have conferred on Jesus Rojas on page 5, 664649. And a plea offer is being emailed to me. So if we can just get a reset, I will be able, we may be doing a plea on the next setting.
And when do you want that reset for?
If we can have a 30-day reset, Judge.
The 31st of March.
Thank you, Judge. And also, will may Mr. Rojas be excused?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Rojas, you can hit leave meeting. Judge, I did have 2 motions to withdraw that were filed about 2.5 weeks ago that have not been granted yet. I'm already off of the felony cases on those. May I give you those case numbers or?
Yes.
Okay, the first one is Daniel Guerrero, 630342.
Hold on one second. Let me finish writing his name and now can you tell me the cause number?
Yes, ma'am. It's cause number is 630342.
Okay.
And I don't believe he's been assigned yet a court appointed on his felony, but I've already withdrawn from it. And the second case is Arthur Brooks.
Okay.
His case number is 675819. And I have already withdrawn from his felonies, and he does have a court appointed on his felonies. He's appointed Michael Latimer.
Okay.
And he is in custody. So we know where he is. He picked up additional cases.
And so you.
Your Honor, I will look into these motions and then forward them on to you.
Okay.
Okay,
right.
thank you. Thank you, Alita.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think that's all I have for you today, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, let's see if Miss Nora Denise Martinez is now available.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm actually not sure who my client is, Judge. I didn't find my name on the docket and I did receive the link, so I wanted to log on and make sure I didn't miss anyone.
I have you down, if I may, Your Honor, David Arriaga. Is it Nora D. Martinez?
Yes, yes. Okay.
Case number 633447. It is on the first page, middle of the page.
Is he present?
Not that I'm aware of, Judge, but like I said, that I did miss this setting, so I'm not sure if he would have received notice to appear.
Are you in contact with him?
I'm checking. The last contact I had was December 8th. So it looks like I do make contact with him. Yes, sir. And is this case transferred in?
That would be a question for Alita.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm not too certain if it got transferred to us, but you are on our docket and we went ahead and have it set, so.
Okay, if we can confer with the state, I think that'd be the best.
Okay.
Move forward. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, looks like Mr. Piker is back from conferring.
Yes, I conferred with the probation officer. This is on Anthony Nino, 665073. Corey forwarded me a copy of the motion to enter adjudication. Turns out there's a new number 1 on it, and I'm not the lawyer on those, public defender's office is. So if we could reset my MTR to March 17th with their setting, we can coordinate this all together.
Do we have March 17th available?
We do, Your Honor.
Would that be at 10 o'clock?
That'll be at 10 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
So can Mr. Nino be excused?
Yes.
And then I have still under that, Catherine Knight, 665520, which is a pretrial. I'd like to talk to a prosecutor.
All right.
Excuse me, Your Honor. This is Anthony Nino. May I be dismissed?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a nice day.
You too.
Okay, looks like Mr. Ray Lopez is back from conferring.
And Kyle Simpson is as well with a report.
I'll be with you shortly, Mr. Simpson.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Lopez?
Yes, Judge. The state's going to need to contact the felony prosecutors to review some things before making an offer. We asked for a short reset for them to be able to do that.
And how much of a reset is that?
30 days, Judge.
March the 31st at 10 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. May my client be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Simpson.
Yes, Judge, I'm reporting on 669118. That is Ana Olivares. And the prosecutor, I just spoke with Jeff and he submitted a dismissal. You should have that now, if not soon.
Okay. What is the cause number again? Is that 669118?
You got it.
Okay. All right. We will be signing that.
Thank you, Judge. May my client and I be both excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Bertram Wood.
Thank you, Alita. Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I am great. How are you doing?
I'm just fine. I've got 2 and they're both should be pretty straightforward. The first one is 676977, Erica Valerial. she's been arrested on a felony possession, which is set for March 1st. In your court, we've got a criminal trespass. So I was in the hopes to maybe put them together for March 1st. Or if you want to put her out maybe to March 30th, and I'll know a little more. Because if that's her first setting in felony court, they're not doing pre-indictments anymore. Or court, we're not going to court on the pre-indictments.
Later, shall we set it for the 1st or March 31st?
March 31st, if I may, Judge.
March 31st then. And your second one?
Thank you. And this one is even simpler. Nicholas Valero. It is 660895. I received a letter from the pretrial bond that says he is deceased, passed away 1/29/22.
Your Honor, if you could confer with the state on that.
Right.
Thank
State
you.
can Prepare a dismissal.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, so hold on and you'll be transferred.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, Mr. Abel Dominguez.
Yes, Judge, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I've got Mr. Brandon High. That is cause number 634125. It is a DWI. The state has made an offer. My client has accepted it. I have sent him I have emailed him the plea paperwork, but however, he has not had a chance to send it back to me. He's currently at work, so he says he can't do it right now. So I would respectfully ask maybe just a 1 to 2 week reset just to give him the chance to fill it out, send it to me so we can go over it and turn it in.
Ms. Aleda, what date shall we give them?
Your Honor, if I could give them February 24th, but of course, if the paperwork is ready tomorrow, we can always bring him in. But for sure, the 24th, so it won't fall off the docket.
Okay, and I think that also goes for next week. If you get it done before that, you can always call Aleda and see if we can sneak it in somewhere.
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. May me and my client be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Andrew Priest is back.
Good morning. We conferred, the state was asking for a reset. They wanted to do some due diligence on their part. There were some things they wanted to look into. So they were asking for a 30-day reset.
And this is on Catherine.
No, Judge, it was Johnny Mata, page 7.
What's that cause number again?
670259.
Okay. You want that reset for when?
The state was asking for 30 days.
March the 31st at 10.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes.
And I believe my client's here. I don't know. Looks like he may have stepped away. Can he be excused as well, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
You're
And you can log off, Mr. Mata.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Joseph Acevedo.
Judge, I have 2 matters on the docket. The first one is Arthur Medellin, 639223.
And what is your announcement on that one?
If we may have a pretrial setting to 3/31/22.
You were breaking up for what date?
3/31/22.
Okay. And your next one?
Ethan Munoz, 652474.
And what is your announcement on that?
If we may have a felony pending reset.
Does that one require a little more time?
Yes, Your Honor, arising out of the same matter is a felony charge.
Okay, so is the April 5th date good?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, April the 5th at 10.
Thank you. May we all be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Aleda, I'm unable to move Miss Russell into a breakout room. Can you move her into a breakout room and I'll go and talk to her?
Of course, right away.
Thank you, ma'am. Also, Your Honor, the plea paperwork for Attorney Beza's client has been sent to defense. I do not see where the defendant has signed, but I know that defense has signed that paperwork.
That's correct, Judge. My client is still waiting for the paperwork.
We can't hear you. At least I can't.
She broke out for me as well, Judge.
I'm sorry about that, Judge. Can you hear me?
Yes, you were breaking up.
Judge, sorry about that, Judge. I did execute the documents, Judge. My client is telling me she still has not received the documents.
Can you please just chat me the correct email and I'll make sure that it's sent to the right one?
Yes, ma'am, I will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Dylan George has arrived from conferring.
Okay. Mr. George? You're muted.
I'm sorry, Judge. I'm juggling multiple hearings right now.
You conferred with the state? No. I guess
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I've got multiple hearings.
we'll get back to you.
Did I see him? I have conferred. The state needs time to review the case, so if I could confer with my client, please.
All right. So do you want March 31st?
That would be fine, Judge.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Breakover. Okay, looks like Damien Science.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Judge. I'm here with Tani Ibarra. I believe it's page 4. Let me confirm that.
What was the first name?
Excuse me, it's Tanya, TonyA. And yeah, it's on page 4, Judge. 658706.
And what is your announcement?
Well, I mean, I don't, this is a pretrial conference as far as I know, or is this a trial setting?
Pretrial.
Pretrial. Okay, I need to confer with the state. I believe we're missing a video still.
Okay. All right. So you'll be placed in a breakout room with them.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Acevedo has returned from conferring.
Yes, I have an offer on the table. It's going to require that I do the DWI education, not myself, but my client, do the DWI education class up front. And I need some time for that. And Corey, do you think you can email me a list of the providers?
Yes, sir.
It's my email address is pacevedolaw@gmail.com.
I'm putting it in the chat, sir. You can just
I'll
send
do
it
that
directly
right
to me.
now.
Just so I don't misspell it.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Hold on.
Thank you, Paul. All right, and you just needed a list of classes.
List of the DWI education classes.
Okay, I got that right now. I'll send it to you right now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And then if I can have some time to get, how long does it normally take to take those classes, Corey?
DWI education, it's something that you can knock out within, I would say, a week. Interventions, I think DWI interventions 8 weeks.
Okay.
So
Judge, if we can have some time to get that done.
April the 13th?
April 13th is fine, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. May we be excused?
Yes.
Okay, Corey, thank you.
you're
Elena,
welcome.
thank
No,
you.
I just sent it, sir.
Okay, perfect.
All right, you're welcome.
Excuse me, Ms. Claudine Espinosa, did you confer with your client Trini Medeles? You're muted.
Sorry. Okay, yes, I did, and I believe he's still stuck in the breakout room because he just texted me right now.
Okay.
I'm texting him how to leave the breakout room. But if you don't mind, could you put me in the breakout room with Renee Esparza? We'll just take a really quick minute.
Renee Esparza. I
think you have him listed as Renee / attorney Hector Gonzalez.
I see him right now. Okay, I'll put him in a breakout room and I'll put him
Is there an announcement on Trinity?
There he is. Yes, Your Honor. He's completed all the documents and everything, so we will be ready for a plea. I just want to confer with Mr. Renee Esparza very quickly.
A plea today, or
if we could do it today, that would be
are
great.
you driving?
No, Your Honor. I'm stopped right here. I just have the phone in my hand right now. That's why it's moving. I
Want to make sure.
texting.
Okay, you'll
Yes,
be
Your Honor.
in a breakout room with Mr. Esparza.
Okay, thank you. I'll be right back, Renee.
There's a Jennifer's iPhone. May I have your complete name? Need to fix your screen.
Aleda, that's my client.
Okay, good.
She's on the docket as Jennifer Hyder, Haider.
Thank you.
And then if we could be put into a breakout room, I think we're getting the paperwork right now from the state.
Right away. And I think Mr. Johnny Ortega, the attorney, is, isn't it James Alterstorf? Do you remember if you got the paperwork on that?
Are you asking if I got the paperwork on him?
Yes, I think Mr. Ulterstorff was gonna try to see if he could do the plea. And Mr. Ortega is here. Is that correct, Mr. Ortega? Because I think the attorney was in jail court this morning.
Yes, ma'am. He said that he had been trying to get a hold of y'all, but he doesn't have the Zoom link.
But, okay, let me send it to him.
Please notice that the court reporter is asking us not to step over each other, speak over each other.
Okay, Mr. Piker has,
Yes, on Miss Knight, the DA is reviewing the file. She's going to email an offer later today or tomorrow, and then I will visit with my client. So we would like a reset. So once we get that, we can sit down and go over the case.
How much of a reset do you want?
I've heard you saying March 31st. I think that should be plenty.
Okay, because you're going to be back with your other client on March 17th, correct?
Yes, and if you want to put them both together, that would be fine too.
All right, let's do March 17th at 10 for both of them.
All right, that's fine. And if my client could be excused.
Yes, thank you.
All right, have a nice day.
You too.
Miss Knight, you can get a hold of me, please.
Yes.
Nora Martinez, Your Honor, I'm back from conferring with the state. If we can get a reset, we may come to an agreement on a possible compliance dismissal.
How much time do you need?
30 days should suffice.
Okay, March the 31st then.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You are welcome.
Judge, may I approach? You mean
Yes.
sign? Okay, I'm back from the breakout room with Mr. King. There is a video that we're lacking that he's going to upload for us. If it's possible, Judge, could we get a setting for another pretrial conference?
How much time do you need?
I would think 30 days should be sufficient, Judge.
March the 31st at 10.
March 31st, 10 a.m.
If you need to move that setting up, you can always reach out to Aleda and she'll see if she can squeeze you in earlier.
Okay, Judge, very well. March 31st, 10 a.m. at the moment. All right. Thank you. And may my client be excused as well? She's
Yes.
on. Thank you, Judge.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'm back from conferring. I just wanted to let you know that I've confirmed with Trini Medelas and Renee Esparza. So we're ready whenever the court's ready. Please. Thank you,
What?
Your Honor.
All
We're
right.
ready I apologize.
I can't hear you. It's very metallic-y. So what are you wanting to come back with your clients on?
We're ready for pleas on both of them, Your Honor. And if I may ask, is the sound better?
Now it is.
Okay, you know what? I just realized I don't often use this thing that holds onto the phone, and it's right there where the air vent was. So I'm sorry.
Okay. And your clients' names again?
The first one is Trini Medelas, and his cause number is 626-045. He's listed as Trini Eric Medelas, Medelez.
And the other one?
The other one is Rene Rodrigo Esparza, and his cause number is 638-795.
I don't know if I've received that paperwork yet. Let me check.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who's the prosecutor on that one?
Jeffrey King, I believe.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hi.
It says the paperwork is waiting for your signature.
Okay.
Mr. King, Mr. Gonzalez wanted me to let you know that he thanks you for everything. He received emails from you late last night, early this morning, and he appreciates your diligence, and so do I.
Oh, you're mighty welcome. Do you want me to send you a reminder, Your Honor? Maybe that will ping it up.
No, I found Esparza. I'm just looking for Medeles. And that's 626045.
Yes.
Okay. I cannot locate Medeles. Can you resend that one? We
I
can start with Mr. Esparza.
Okay.
Okay, where's Mr. Esparza?
He should be here. Let's see. Ah, he's holding up his hand, Your Honor.
Okay. Oh, all right. And why does it say the attorney is?
Hector Gonzalez. Your Honor, Hector Gonzalez is the attorney of record, but we work together. So I'm handling the plea because he is out of town right now on a deposition.
Okay. All right. What is the plea bargain?
This is for Esparza, right?
Correct.
We are waiving the enhancement. We are 18 months of a deferred adjudication. $700 fine plus court cost, 60 hours of community service, DWI education, victim impact panel, ATP evaluation, ignition interlock for half the term, $60 restitution to Texas DPS.
Okay. Ms. Espinosa, Mr. Esparza, is that the plea bargain as you understand it?
Your Honor, I just have to make one correction. I believe it's DWI intervention.
Yes, DWI intervention.
Yeah.
Mr. Esparza, is that what you understand the plea bargain to be?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Esparza, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, you've had an opportunity to speak with your attorney, Mr. Gonzalez, and also with Ms. Espinosa, who works with Hector Gonzalez. Did you have enough time to talk to him about your case, your facts, circumstances, any way to defend against the charges and the plea packet that you signed?
Yes, Your Honor, I did have a chance to speak with him.
Okay. And are you satisfied with their services?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You're freezing. I don't know
Yes,
why.
ma'am. I apologize.
Okay. So no complaints about your attorneys? You had
Sorry
an
about that.
Okay. So you conferred with them, you talked about the facts of this case, and you decided you wanted to accept the plea bargain.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that was your decision alone?
Yes, ma'am.
But you did it after you consulted with your attorneys?
Yes.
Okay. And I have to ask you some questions about the documents you signed, and I'm going to ask you some about yourself. If at any time I ask you something that you do not understand, will you let me know?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and we'll work through our technical difficulties as best as we can. How old are you, sir?
I am 43 years old.
Up to what grade did you get in school?
I completed high school and some college as well.
Okay. And are you employed right now?
Yes, ma'am. I own my own companies. I co-own with my wife.
What kind of company is that?
We are in the wedding industry.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am. We're wedding ministers and an all-inclusive package for weddings and couples.
oh, what's the all-inclusive package?
We include a little bit of everything. We got the minister, we got the cakes, we got the flowers, we got the venues, we got a little bit of everything for everybody who's in that need.
Oh, wow. That could be quite lucrative, I guess, except during COVID.
Yes, it was a little challenging, but we had to come up ways to be creative and move forward with our company and keep our people employed. And we are statewide, so it was a bit of a challenge.
Statewide?
Yes, ma'am. We have some other aspirations to kind of spread our branches out to the East Coast and hopefully the West Coast as well.
Interesting. So would that be like a partnership with other venues, or you're going to acquire all these venues?
Most of them are partnerships. Hopefully one day we are seeking to acquire a few venues.
So, Mr. Esparza, just from speaking with you, I'm assuming that you were able to read all the documents you signed and you understood them. You understood you were giving up certain rights.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And just from speaking with you, I don't believe that you have any problems with your mental faculties. You've never been adjudged insane or incompetent, and you don't understand what you're doing.
Yes, Your Honor, I sure do.
Okay. I sometimes may not look like I'm focusing on you because I'm also sharing a screen with some of the documents you signed. So you signed a consent to plead by video conference. Is
Yes,
that
Your
what you
Honor.
want to do?
Yes.
Okay. And you signed a waiver of constitutional rights in court admonitions. So you're being charged with a DWI first, which carries a range of punishment of $0 to $2,000 fine, 72 hours to 180 hours in jail. And you understand that you're giving up your right to a trial by jury. I'm going to hear the case instead. Is that what you want, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're giving up your right to cross-examine witnesses. There won't be a trial, there won't be a jury. So your attorney's never going to have an opportunity to test the veracity of the witnesses. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you're giving up your right to remain silent. I realize that are you going to plead no contest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, I'm basically going to kind of consider that as an admission of guilt because you're not fighting the charges. So you're giving that right up as well. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and we've already established by our brief conversation that I believe you're mentally competent and never have been, your mental abilities have never been questioned.
Correct, Judge.
Okay, and you were pleading because you want to, nobody's threatened you or coerced you, you're doing so freely and voluntarily.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, you understand that the plea bargain calls for a recommendation of deferred, and you know this is just a recommendation of court. I don't have to take it. Knowing that, do you still wish to go forward?
Yes, Your Honor, I do understand that.
Okay. All right, and I have to ask: are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you, okay. Do you want the information read aloud?
Sure, Your Honor.
Or you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you want it read or not?
You may.
Your Honor, Renee, what she's asking is if she wants us to read the information, and typically we waive that. We know what you're charged with.
Oh, okay.
And what the state is proceeding on. That's what she's asking. Do you want her to read it? It's a full page document.
Yeah, it's not necessary, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're charged with a DWI first. How do you plead?
No contest.
All right, and are you pleading no contest because you're doing so freely and voluntarily without any coercion?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand the range of punishment for a felony of the first, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm so used to doing felonies for a DWI first.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and so you're freely and voluntarily entering your plea of no contest to the charge. Is there anything further on the guilt or innocence?
No, Your Honor.
I'm asking the state. or your attorney, not
Oh,
you.
I'm sorry.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor. There's just one thing that we'd like to take afterwards, and it's just permission for him to travel. But we can address that afterwards.
All right. Okay, so in accordance with the plea bargain agreement, the court will grant the request for deferred adjudication. So we are not adjudicating you at this time, placing you on 18 months of probation, $700 fine, court costs, 60 hours of community service. Are you vaccinated, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so Judge Saldaña will allow up to 24 hours of credit against those community service hours. So 8 hours for your first vaccination, 8 hours for your second, and 8 hours for your booster. You also will have to complete the DWI intervention, VIP, ATP, and have an ignition interlock system placed on your vehicle for at least half of the probationary period, $60 of restitution as well to DPS. All the other general conditions will apply to you as well. Deferred adjudication is a double-edged sword. It's a blessing because you can get this off your record after you complete your probation successfully. You can apply to get it removed from your record. But you don't comply with your conditions, the state can come in and ask that you be adjudicated, which means you would have the conviction on your record if it's granted by the judge. So it's important that you pay close attention to all the conditions and you comply.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, did you want to address the court on something else, Ms. Espinosa?
Yes, Your Honor, if I may, a couple of things actually. With regards to the ignition interlock, I do not believe that he has it in place right now. Is that correct, Renee?
Actually, I do have it already. I've had it through the whole pre-trial.
Oh, okay.
So I
You
already
know
have
what,
it.
you're right. That's right. Okay, so then we don't need permission, time for you to get that installed. He does have it. So then it's really just one thing, Your Honor, because Renee is a minister and performs wedding ceremonies. He is often in need of leaving the county to do that. In fact, he does need to leave the county this weekend. So we would ask the court for permission for that. And I don't know how the court wants to take it up, if there could be a standing order that he has the court's permission to travel as long as he provides the information to his probation officer. If that's possible, we'd appreciate it. But Renee, if you would let the judge know when you're leaving this weekend and where you're going to, that for starters would be the first permission we'd seek.
Let me see if I understand this. Aren't you going to be placed in a room with the probation officer and you can discuss the mechanics of all of that is it Mr. Richardson? Would you be the one that?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you can discuss all those mechanisms with him. And because as I understand it, it's on a case-by-case basis, but maybe Judge Saldaña makes exceptions when it's a regular job that requires people to go in and out of the county. So why don't we leave those mechanics to Mr. Richardson?
I just want to make sure he doesn't have any issues with this weekend in particular, since he does have something lined up and they are relying on his services. So
Mr.
everything else would defer to the
has been sending me orders left and right. So I'm sure that he'll get it prepared and maybe he'll figure out the correct language to put in the conditions so that Judge Saldaña doesn't have to do it every time if he provides the officer the correct information. So I'm sure they can work that out.
Yes, Your Honor. That sounds
Anything else on this letter?
No, Your Honor. Nothing from the defense.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Okay, do not sign off. You will be transferred to Mr. Richardson's breakout room so you all can go through all these documents.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I need it. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I needed to see if we got the other one.
As far as Metalith, we have the plea packet, but the client, the defendant never signed the obstruction amendment paperwork. So we need him to sign the obstruction amendment paperwork. It's waiting for his signature.
Okay, all right. So then let's go on to somebody else and we'll come back to Mr. Bedelis when that's done.
Could you put me in a breakout room with Mr. Manelas and I'll explain what he needs to look for, Your Honor, please?
Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Judge, I'm here on Monica Alejandro. Can you, we're for a plea this morning.
Okay, I just found that. 662-395.
Yes, Judge, that's correct.
Okay, is she on?
Yes, she
I'm
is,
here.
Judge.
So you're dressed in red?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is your last name again?
Alejandro.
Okay. Can we have you raise your right hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. I seem a little distracted because I'm going back and forth from the different screens, so please bear with me. Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself and about the documents you sign. Did you have sufficient time to discuss with your attorney the facts and circumstances in this particular case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you went over any possible way to defend against the charges, and she went over all the documents with you.
Yes, Your Honor. She already explained everything to me.
And she explained to you what the state was offering, and you decided to accept that.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that was your decision alone.
Yes.
But you did it after you consulted with your attorney.
Yes.
Are you satisfied with the services of your attorney?
Absolutely.
You think she did a good job for you?
Excellent job.
No complaints?
No complaints.
You spoke with your client. Do you feel that she understands the nature of the proceedings, knowingly waived her rights, and wishes to go forward?
Yes,
I
Your Honor.
do, Judge.
Okay. All right. How old are you?
I'm 46 years old.
And up to what grade did you get in school?
I didn't hear you, Judge.
Up to what grade did you get in school?
Hello? Can you hear me?
I
Oh, we lost her. I think we lost her. No.
Hello?
Can you repeat that, Judge? I didn't hear after her age. I didn't hear what you asked.
Oh, Miss Alejandro, can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. Up to what grade did you get in school?
I graduated in Mexico.
Oh, what grade in Mexico?
13. 12. 12, sorry.
Okay, so you did the original amount and then you went on and studied more.
Yes.
Okay, and did you have any schooling here in the United States?
No, ma'am.
You speak English very well. Did you learn that in Mexico or here?
Here.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
No.
Okay. Well, I must inform you, and I probably am not doing an adequate job because the laws change and policies change so quickly. The fact that you plead may affect your ability to remain in this United States or become a citizen in the future. And just so you understand that.
Okay, thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Have you gone over that with Ms. Besos as well?
Not really.
Do you want to speak to her about that before we go forward?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, why don't we put you all in a breakout room and we'll be back.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I think we have Mr. Romualdo Horta has arrived, and Your Honor, he's on page 1, case number 633743.
Yes, sir.
Hello. I'm in, this is on Perea.
Yes.
Okay. Hello?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yes,
I don't see, who is your client?
Perea, he's not, I didn't send him the message, but it's a pre-trial diversion. I just gotta send in the material to the state and that's it.
All right, so then we just need to set this up for status. Is that correct, Aleda?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Do you want to set that for the 31st?
That would be good.
Okay. All right, Mr. Horta, as soon as all that paperwork is in, we're just putting this down just for status to make sure it's all gone through.
Yes.
So you can always follow up with Aleda, maybe we won't need to do the 31st, but we just want to make sure that, we don't lose it
I'll keep in touch with the court, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Can I be excused? Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, we've got the paperwork back on Medelis. Is it already signed now by everybody? We're back on 626045 Trini Eric Medelis. Is it signed now by Mr. Medelis, or we still need some time?
Your Honor, I think they're still in the breakout room, so they're probably still working on that.
Okay.
Judge, I think we're ready on the plea for Hyder.
I'm sorry. I'm doing too many things at once. What cause number is that?
It is 670901.
Could you repeat that?
Yes, ma'am. 670901.
Let me go off screen and search for the documents. Okay, I've got them. It's Jennifer Hyder. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Her married name is Falcone, Judge. But that Hyder is her maiden name. So if she doesn't respond to Hyder, that's why.
No, I mean, do you want the information amended to read the complete name now? Does she still go by Jennifer Hyder?
Well, that's how her SID number is referenced in Bear County, Judge.
So you want it to remain that way?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Hyder, do you still go by Hyder? Do you go, or did you take on your husband's name?
I go by Falcon, but the case number, I mean, somehow came up on my maiden name, so I guess during the court system for it, I go by Hyder, but my everyday usage is Falcon. Confusing.
Do you have video, Miss Hyder?
Yes. How do I? Oh, okay, video. Okay. Did I do it?
Yes, we got you now.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm sorry. My husband just put our dog in and he seems to be barking at something. So I did not hear. What is your married name now?
It's Falcon, like the bird, like falcon.
Falcon. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Ms. Hyder, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay. Where are you?
I'm sitting in my car because it's noisy in my house, so it's just like nice and quiet here where I can hear you clearly without having to be distracted.
Maybe that's what I should do. Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself and about the documents you signed. If at any time you want to stop and speak to your attorney, will you let me know?
Okay.
How old are you?
36.
Up to what grade did you get in school?
I graduated high school and I did a little bit of college.
Oh, really? Where did you graduate high school from?
I graduated from a charter school called Southwest Preparatory.
And where did you go to college?
I went to Sanford Brown.
Where?
Sanford Brown.
Where is that?
It actually shut down. It was off I-10 by CarMax. It was a trade school. I was going for pharmacy technician.
Oh, okay. Excellent program. Did you complete that somewhere else?
No, I completed the program, but when the school shut down, it was in the middle of the waiting time while I was waiting for my government green card to be able to train on hand in a pharmacy. You have to have that card from them. And in the process of waiting for it, the school shut down. So I never got to finish my internship on hands-on. So I kind of just left it like that. But I finished all the classwork, yes. But that's why I never completed the whole thing because I didn't do my internship.
What are you where are you working now?
I'm not working. I'm just a full-time mom.
Okay. Oh, wonderful. Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
Okay. So you read all the documents that you signed. You went over them with your attorney. Did you understand them?
Yes.
Do you understand that you're giving up certain rights that you have by law?
Right.
And when you spoke with your attorney, she went over all the documents that you signed?
Yes, she did.
And did you decide after you discussed the facts and circumstances in this case and any possible way to defend against the charges to accept the plea bargain that she relayed to you from the state?
Yes.
And that was your decision alone, but you did it in consultation with your attorney?
That was my decision.
Are you satisfied with the services of your attorney?
Yes.
You think she did a good job for you? No complaints?
She did a great job.
All right. And what is the plea bargain? Let me see.
Would be a $0 fine with court costs, 30 days, 30 days in the Bear County Jail, In lieu of jail time, Your Honor, the state and defense have agreed to allow the defendant to complete the Bear Gives Back program for four.
I'm sorry, what program?
It's the Bear Gives Back program, Your Honor.
Okay.
In jail time, the defendant is allowed to participate in this program, which is 4 consecutive Saturdays out of the month. Technically, it is community service. And once the defendant does complete that program, the judgment would be satisfied. At this time, the judgment is not yet satisfied.
Okay. Has she had done any of that in advance, or it's all still pending?
She has not begun that, Your Honor. That's just the plea bargain, and she will begin that. I'm not sure the day or when she will start.
She'll most likely start, Judge, I'm sorry, may I speak?
Yes.
She'll most likely start this Saturday. It depends on when she is enrolled in the program. She has to log in every Thursday by Zoom. She already has that Zoom login information. And at that time, they will give her a signed Bear Gives Back site for the next Saturday. So she has all the information in which to be successful with the Bear Gives Back program, but she cannot start it until after the plea has been completed.
And Judge, I'm sending over to Sergeant Harrison right now, who runs the Bear Gives Back program, all the paperwork.
Okay, but I guess my question is, how does Judge Saldaña, does she have like a compliance hearing set up to see if it's completed? How does that work?
Yes, Judge, there's an officer, a CLO that reports progress back to the courts once those hours are completed. And there's a specific officer that's assigned to the Bear Gives Back program.
And is that when the judge would get a document that say that the judgment had been satisfied? I'm just curious about how all this is going to work, the mechanics of it.
Yes, Judge. So once she's completed the 4 weekends, probation submits to the court those completions, and the judgment is then satisfied.
Okay. All right. Okay, so going back to your plea work, I'm looking at the documents you signed, Ms. Hyder Falcon. You waived, or you consented to plead by video conference. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're giving up your right to a jury trial. I'm going to hear the case instead. Is that what you want?
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up your right to confront witnesses in open court, have your attorney cross-examine them, and have a jury decide whether you're guilty or not. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, ma'am.
You've given up your right to remain silent. Is she going to plead guilty or no contest?
The paperwork should reflect a no contest plea.
Okay. So even though you enter a no contest, basically I kind of consider that an admission of guilt because you're not contesting the charges. So you're giving up your right to remain silent. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anybody ever questioned your mental competency?
No.
You understand what you're doing?
Absolutely.
And Ms. Russell, you spoke with your client to feel that she understands the nature of the proceedings, knowingly waived your rights and wishes to go forward?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. And nobody has threatened you or forced you in any way into entering your plea?
No.
You want the information read aloud, or do you understand that you were charged with a theft of $100 to $750, which is a Class B misdemeanor, carries a range of punishment of $0 to $2,000 fine and up to 180 days in jail?
Right.
So how do you plead? Are you pleading no contest to that charge?
No contest. No contest.
You're freely and voluntarily entering your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are a citizen of the United States?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. In accordance with the plea bargain agreement, the court assesses your punishment at 30 days in the Bexar County Jail, but we will allow that to be satisfied by participating in the Bear Gives Back program. A $0 fine, court costs And I believe all the other, that is basically the entire plea bargain?
Yes, Judge.
Anything further then?
Nothing from defense.
All right. Well, good luck to you. Make sure that you complete this successfully. Ms. Hayden, do you have any questions?
No, no questions. Thank you.
All right.
Ms. Hyder, if you have any issues or questions about the Bear Gives Back program, just call me, okay?
Won't she be
Okay, will do.
actually being placed
Thank
with won't she be placed in the room with the probation officer to go through all of this?
So Judge, this goes through the Barry County Jail. So that's why I emailed everything to Sergeant Harrison, and they'll be reaching out to her to get this program started.
All right, there's a question I have about in the plea packet. It's talking about a payment in the amount of $180. Is that the court costs?
Judge, it's my understanding that that's only for clients that have retained attorneys. Am I wrong? If someone can correct me if I'm wrong.
For the 180, usually it's for a court appointment.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's my voucher.
Oh, okay.
Judge, that's my voucher. I apologize.
Okay.
I was getting ready to say that number sounds mighty familiar for some reason.
Yeah, we've all seen that number quite a few times, I think.
Okay, I signed the document.
Thank you very much, Judge. Thanks for paying me, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
What's this 180 stuff? I was like, wait a minute.
Well, it was actually my fault. I wasn't signing in the correct places.
No, bless your heart. You know, we've never seen you before, but we love you anyway. But we need to make sure every county has a different amount. So.
Well, no, every county does everything differently. And I think Bear County is amazing. You know, they've got all these documents and they get them to you. It's very, very efficient process.
Oh,
and great personnel.
I think we need to stop with very amazing on my part. You
Judge, may my client and I be excused.
I've hung around a long time. I wouldn't, if I didn't love them, I wouldn't be here. So.
Okay. Did we need to go back to somebody?
Judge, I'm back with Ms. Alejandro.
Okay.
And you may be thinking of Mr. Medelas, Your Honor, Trini Medelas.
Okay.
To be back.
Okay. We're back with Monica Alejandro.
I'm still here.
Okay. And we were talking about certain matters and we decided to give you an opportunity to speak with your attorney. Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. I already talked to her.
Okay. All right. I think we kind of got stuck. I'm sorry. Who's speaking?
Judge, it's the attorney, Judge.
I'm sorry, Judge, she's breaking up quite a bit that I can't understand what she's saying. This is the court reporter.
Yes, I understand. Ms. Bessa, you have a bad internet connection, I think.
I apologize, Judge. Can you hear me?
But you're
Can you hear me, Judge?
Yes, but you're frozen, I think. Is everybody else seeing the same thing I am?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Judge, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Just proceed, Judge.
Ms. Bessa, why don't you jump out and come back in? I think that's the problem, is that your internet, that might fix it.
I'll do that, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. Did we have another plea that we needed to go back to?
I have a Johnny Ortega, Judge. I don't know if you.
I was actually already taking somebody's plea and
Oh,
we
okay.
stopped. So that's the one I'm asking about.
Melendez, it
Yeah.
says all the paperwork is in front of you, Your Honor.
Okay, Melendez.
Medalith, I'm sorry. Medalith, 626045.
That's correct.
$62045 Medellin. Oh, that's right. He hadn't signed one of the documents. Is that correct?
That's correct, but it
Okay.
shows on my side that you should have the amendment and the plea packet.
Okay. All right. Mr. Medellin, can you unmute? And is it Ms. Espinosa who's your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm present as well.
Okay,
Thank you.
I've got so many notes everywhere. I just want to make sure I've got the right ones. Okay, so raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Medellin, I know that we had started, but we were lacking one document, so that we reset it. So let me just start from the beginning because I don't remember where we left off. I have to ask you some questions about yourself and the documents you signed. If at any time you have any questions, will you let me know?
Yes, Your Honor.
If at any time you want to stop and speak to your attorney about anything, will you let me know?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
36.
Up to what grade did you get in school?
I graduated to 12th grade.
Where'd you go to school?
John F. Kennedy High School.
Is that in San Antonio?
Yes.
Okay. I think almost every city might have one. What are you doing now? Where are you working?
I work for Americo Logistics. It's like in the food industry. So we're like a storage and handling for frozen foods.
Great.
So, yeah.
So, Mr. Medellin, you were able to read all the documents you signed,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you overcame all the challenges of Zoom and also the challenges of doing everything electronically.
Yes, yes, yes.
We're all still working on it. We all got this learning curve going on.
Yeah, it's actually pretty neat how you guys assembled all this and without anybody going to court.
Actually, I'm very impressed with the Office of Court Administration in Austin. I guess they were preparing for some kind of catastrophe, but they got all the judges up and running in a couple of weeks. And so many jurisdictions have, really risen to the challenge. And San Antonio has one of the best systems that I've worked in. So yes, I'm my hat's off to all the people that managed to get us on.
That's helpful.
You signed all the documents. You had an opportunity to confer with your attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
You think your attorney did a good job for you?
Yes, I think they both did.
They work as a team.
No complaint. Yes, that's the best way.
And Mrs. Espinosa, you and is it Mr. Herrera?
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
Okay, you've had an opportunity to speak with your client. You feel he understands the nature of the proceedings, knowingly waives his rights, and we should go forward?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
That's correct.
What's the plea bargain?
Yes, Your Honor. We are amending information, adding count 2, obstruction of a highway or roadway. We are moving to dismiss count 1, the driving while intoxicated. We're asking for 12 months of deferred adjudication, a $700 fine, court cost, 48 hours of community service, DWI education, victim impact panel, an ATP evaluation, ignition interlock for 1/2 the term, and $60 restitution to Texas DPS.
Is that what you understand the plea bargain to be, Ms. Espinosa?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Mr. Medellin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you signed a number of documents. Let me go over them. You signed a motion to amend the information. Basically, they added a charge. Did you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And your that was added February. You're waiving your right to have notice of that amendment, and you're ready to go forward and plead guilty today?
Yes, trying to put it all behind me.
Yeah, basically, they're adding the count 2, which is the obstruction of a public highway, and dropping count 1, which is the DWI.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're in agreement with that, and you're waiving any right to have any notice before you go forward?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
I've already taken that alcohol class. I mean, that's something I have to get with my probation officer, right, or something?
Yes, Renee, just turn over the proof to your probation officer.
Okay.
Okay. So you both heard the plea bargain agreement. You both in agreement with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Right. So to count 1 of the information you're pleading, well, it's being withdrawn. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. So to count 2 of the information which alleges that on or about the 25th day of October 2019, you obstructed highway by then and there operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated. To that charge, is he pleading no contest or guilty?
Judge, he's pleading guilty. He has to on an obstruction.
Okay. Are you pleading guilty because are you pleading guilty, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty and for no other reason?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody threatened you, forced you, coerced you in any way to enter your plea?
No, ma'am.
Anybody promised you anything?
No.
Okay, I am looking at the plea bargain agreement that I've got before me, and it says he's pleading no contest. Does that need to be amended?
It was the state's intention to do no contest.
Okay. So then, hold on. Then do you want to withdraw your plea of guilty, sir?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the kind of buffed in and out. I'm sorry.
So are you withdrawing your plea of guilty and instead pleading no contest?
About that, can I speak to what's her name?
Renee, you could say yes. You could say
yeah.
yes.
I mean, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
No,
I'm
you're
like nervous.
okay.
I'm
If the state is allowing a no contest plea, a no contest plea is fine, and I have no objections to that. So if you are comfortable with that, you don't have to plead guilty. You could plead no contest.
So you're withdrawing your plea of guilty. Is that correct, Mr. Medelis?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to the charge of obstruction of a highway, how do you plead?
Guilty.
No contest?
Is that guilty, right?
No contest? I can't hear you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you saying no contest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, can you say it? How do you plead?
Yes, guilty. No contest.
No contest.
Okay.
No contest.
I basically take a no contest plea almost as an admission of guilt. So understanding that,
Okay.
you still wish to go forward.
Yes, Your Honor.
You
Sorry.
understand that you're giving up your right to a trial by a jury. I'm going to hear the case instead. Is that what you want?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You understand that your attorney could have cross-examined the witnesses. That's not going to happen. You're basically this no contest in my estimation is an admission, and so do you still wish to go forward?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And you understand that you are giving up your right to remain silent. And is that what you want to do?
Yes.
So are you freely and voluntarily entering your plea of no contest?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is there anything further on the guilt or innocence?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor, and I apologize for the confusion. Usually on an obstruction, it's oftentimes a guilty. So I apologize for the confusion on the guilty, no contest.
That's all right. In accordance with the plea bargain agreement, we're going to defer adjudication for place you on probation for 12 months. Special condition, well, you are to pay a $700 non-probated fine and 48 hours of community service. Judge Saldaña does give you the option to actually satisfy up to 24 hours of community service by being vaccinated. Are you vaccinated, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so if you decide you want to do that for the first shot or vaccine, that will be 8 hours credit. For the second one, that would be another 8 hours. And for the third booster, that would be another 8 hours, up to 24 hours of community service against your 48 hours. All the other conditions that court costs will also be imposed. All the other conditions that were recited will be required, as well as the general conditions of probation. Your ignition interlock system will be on for at least half the term, and $60 of restitution to DPS.
Your Honor, may he have some time to get the ignition interlock installed? He doesn't have it on right now.
Okay. How much time does he need? How long does that take to get installed?
Judge, normally probation, they give them 30 days to get it installed.
Okay.
That'll be fine, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Medales, I want to kind of caution you. This is a great opportunity for you not to have a record. You can clean up your record after you complete your probation. However, if you don't follow all the conditions, then the state can come back in and try to adjudicate you. In other words, make sure that you do have the record. So you don't want to do that. You want to pay attention to all of this and get it behind you.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Just kind of, just big old misunderstanding, put it behind me and just kind of go forward.
All right. Well, good luck to you, sir. You need to stay on. You'll be meeting with Mr. Richardson. I'm sure he'll give you a little more direction.
Okay, thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you, Penny. Good luck. Your Honor, may I ask, where are you from? I haven't appeared in front of you before.
I'm from Laredo. I was on a state district court bench there for 30 years. I retired in 2012. Since then, I continue to be a visiting judge and when the judges need me, but mostly I dedicate myself to an ADR practice. I do mediations and arbitrations. So that's basically my background. Yeah, I'm from Laredo.
I don't know too many people, but one of my classmates was Marina, and I don't know if what her last name then was Mamulejo, and I believe it's Garza, but she's
a federal district court judge. Yes. And
yes.
I think she spends a lot of time in San Antonio, you know.
Oh, I haven't seen her since she was sworn in. Yes, it was a beautiful ceremony.
I don't know if it's still posted. She was the Red Mass speaker. Not this year, but the year before, and she gave a wonderful presentation. So if you have an opportunity, you might search for it. It used to be on this Laredo Bar Association website. So I don't know. It might still be.
Look for it. She's very sweet, very sweet lady. So, all righty, Judge. It was a pleasure meeting you and appearing in front of you. May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. You have a good day and stay well, everybody. Take care.
Yes, everybody. Ms. Bessa, did we need to go back to you? Oh, you're still metallic-y. Can everybody else hear her?
No, Judge, I can't.
Did we lose your client? No, your client's still there.
No, here.
Maybe she could call in, Judge. There's a phone number that she can call in and just do this by telephone rather than her video. Because I understand video takes up a lot of energy or whatever it's called over the internet, broadband or whatever.
Yeah, it just depends. It seems like during this time and after 5 o'clock, that happens to a lot of people. Can you speak again, Ms. Bessa? If not, they're suggesting you call in on the phone. Yeah, we can't hear you. Can somebody messenger or maybe hear us and she can call in? Has somebody been able to message Miss Bessa to go ahead and try to call in, telephone conference in somehow, or?
I have, Your Honor. I am
Okay.
letting her know that maybe she can.
Mr. Okay, I'm gonna slaughter your name, but please forgive me.
Jim.
Okay. Did you have an announcement, sir?
Well, we have a plea, I believe, that might be ready. Mr. Johnny Ortega, he's a recall from yesterday. And I'm kind of being maybe a little forward. I think we've got all the documents done. I'm not positive but Johnny and I have been together for like 4 years. This started out as a felony. So I kind of trust him when he tells me he's got it together.
Okay. And can you give me the cost number and name of your client again?
Yes, Johnny Ortega. And let me see if I can.
Mr. Ortega, we're gonna need to see video on you.
The cause number is 631948.
Thank you, Mr. King.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I can give Johnny a call. I see. Oh, there he is. He's up there, Judge. He's on screen.
Oh, he's been here all day. All
Yeah,
morning.
he's very faithful. He's like a good old friend.
I'm
like
just
I said,
trying to find the paperwork on him.
Like I mentioned, it was from yesterday, but we didn't finish the paperwork until today. So
Your Honor, did you want me to send you an alert or a reminder?
Yeah, there's just so many emails here.
No, I understand. Inundated, right?
Well, inundated is correct. Not only from Bear County.
Okay.
I'm still scrolling through. I think no, that's still not him.
Okay, I just sent it.
I found it.
Okay.
Yay.
All right. Johnny Russell Ortega.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ortega, you're not driving, right?
No, ma'am. I'm sitting in the car where it's quiet.
Okay, good. All right, we just want to make sure you're safe. All right, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself and the documents you signed. If at any time I ask you something that you do not understand, will you let me know?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you, sir?
37.
Up to what grade did you get in school?
I got my GED.
And what are you doing now?
I am a welder / rigger, precast director.
Wow, that's a very good job. Okay.
When it's going.
Well, I guess it has. Is it slow still?
It's slowed down right now for the next maybe month or so.
And is that because of the weather?
Well, a lot of people at the warehouse got COVID, so they've been having trouble making products.
Okay. Well, I guess it's better to keep safe.
Yes,
So did you have an opportunity to speak with your attorney about the facts and circumstances in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you talk to him about any way to defend against the charges?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you decide you wanted to go forward and accept the plea bargain that he said the state was giving you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you did that? That was your own decision?
Yes, ma'am.
But you did it after you spoke with him and you consulted with him?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Do
He's
you
excellent.
think he did a good job for you?
Yes, ma'am.
No complaints?
None at all.
You've spoken with your client, Mr.
Oh, yes.
Stop.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you have an
Aldersdorf, that's all right. Jim, yes, ma'am. Yes, Judge.
you think he understood the nature of the proceedings, knowing the way to rights and wishes to go forward?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So the plea bargain, let's see, you signed a document saying you are agreeing to plead by video conference. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're pleading, the plea bargain is no contest to discharging a firearm in a municipality Class A. Did you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want the actual information read aloud?
No, ma'am, it's fine.
Okay, so you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, you understand I'm basically going to
Yes,
consider
ma'am.
that an admission. But you understand that that by doing this, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury. I'm going to hear the case instead. Is that what you want?
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up your right to fight this case. Your attorney's not going to be there by your side. You're not going to confront witnesses in open court. He's not going to cross-examine them. Did you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up your right to remain silent. You're basically kind of, admitting that you committed the offense, even though you're saying you're no contest because you're not fighting the charge. Did you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And are you freely and voluntarily giving up these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you understand that this carries a range of punishment of anywhere from $0 to $4,000 fine and up to a year in jail. Knowing that, do you still wish to go forward and plead guilty? Still persist in your plea of no contest?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And, I have to ask, are you mentally competent?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Nobody's ever questioned your sanity or mental faculties?
No, ma'am.
And are you freely and voluntarily entering your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
And I did ask you, you're a citizen of the United States, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So are you freely and voluntarily entering your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the plea bargain?
Yes, Your Honor. We have agreed to 12 months of deferred adjudication, a $600 fine, 1/2 suspended, probated, APSI, no firearms, 48 hours of community service, 1/2 of which to be probated or suspended, and this case being concurrent with cause number 605852.
Is that it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what's APSI?
A class. I'm not really good with acronyms.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just yes.
It's a stress education, Judge.
Yeah, Judge, it's an anger management class.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you. Okay. Is that what you understand the plea bargain to be, Mr. Ortega?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Al?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Judge.
Can you say your last name again for me?
It's Aldersdorf.
Aldersdorf.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that close enough?
Yes, ma'am. We're from Del Rio, so.
Del Rio.
Yeah.
That sounds like a name from Del Rio. Gosh, I haven't been to Del Rio in a long time. All right. Well, in accordance with the plea bargain agreement, we're going to defer adjudication. We're going to place you on probation for a period of 12 months, impose a $600 fine. 1/2 of that is suspended. The APSC program, no firearms, 48 hours of community service. 1/2 of that is going to be probated because you or run concurrent with 605852. Judge Saldaña has a policy. Are you vaccinated, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So she allows up to 24 hours of community service to be satisfied if you get your vaccinations and your booster. So 8 hours for your first, 8 hours for your second, and 8 hours for your booster. That's if you decide to do it. Okay. I just wanted to let you know that you had that opportunity. And all the other general conditions of probation will be explained to you by your probation officer. Is he being placed in a breakout room right now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, good luck to you, sir. Oh, just one thing. It's great about the deferred adjudication. If you finish your probation successfully, you can have a way of getting this arrest wipe off your record. If you don't, they could come back and say, Judge, we want to adjudicate him. And that's something you don't want to do. So make sure that you really, really take it seriously.
That's fine.
Okay, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Johnny, give me a call if you have any questions, okay? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss Bess, are you on?
Judge, I'm trying my cell phone now. Is that better?
Not really. What does everybody else say? I don't know if it's your internet or if it's your, do you have two devices on?
No, I turned one off, Judge. I'm just trying to do my cell phone.
Okay, because that can cause the problem as well, the feedback. I'm gonna go get a pen. I've run out of ink from this morning. I can't imagine why. Excuse me. I'll be right back.
Maybe it'll help if you keep your video off.
Is that better?
I could hear you pretty clear that time.
Okay, get closer.
You broke out a little bit there.
Is there, when you guys say there's a call number, do you know what that is?
One second.
Thank you.
Okay, if I remember correctly, we were in the middle of taking Miss Alejandro's plea, and she asked to speak to you in confidence in a breakout room. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, did we lose her?
Looks that way.
She was there and then she just disappeared.
You did ask for a telephone number and I resent the Zoom link and it indicates several telephone numbers there, Your Honor. Maybe that's why she did that.
Okay, so, she's
But
muted.
then it looks like she's muted right there. If we can skip this, there's a Michael Adame there. I don't know why he's present.
Okay. Mr. Adame?
Yes, ma'am. I was actually late to my court though. That's why they told me to call you. I might get on the Zoom.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna put him in a breakout room, Your Honor, and I'll talk to him.
Okay, did you understand that, Mr. Adame? You're gonna go into a separate virtual room with the court coordinator to see what your case is and who your lawyer is, and we'll be back. And she'll
Yes,
tell
ma'am.
you how to get back in here.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so are we just down to Mr. Adame and Ms. Alejandro?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, I don't know whether we can just listen to Ms. Bessa. I'm asking her to unmute. Miss Mesa, can you hear us? Bessa, I'm sorry, Miss Bessa, can you hear us? Hmm. I think, oh, she disappeared again. Oh, technology is wonderful until it doesn't want to cooperate. Ms. Bessa, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but it's very metallic-y.
Yeah. Saturday working.
I cannot make out what you're saying. It's very non-intelligible. I don't know if you can hear me. Miss Alejandro, do you work?
Yes, I do.
Where do you work?
I work at a restaurant, Mariscos La Laguna.
Are you working tomorrow morning?
Yes.
Gosh, I don't know. I don't know enough about what to recommend to Ms. Bessa. I thought there was a number where she could use her phone to call in and just be on. Oh, she's asking for the call-in number. I don't have it. Does anybody else know what the call-in number is? And Miss Aleda is in a conference room with somebody else.
Your Honor, Aleda sent the numbers over to her.
That's the call in to the Zoom, or is that Aleda's number?
Okay, I'm back.
Aleda, is there a special call number for Miss Bessa to call in, like the Zoom call number?
Well, on the invite, I did that, but I've never had, honestly, anybody having issues with it. So I don't know. Ms. Bessa, did you not get my re-invite, and it gives you a lot of numbers dialed by your location and
she's
and
back on. But she sounds very metallic-y when she gets back on. Let's see. Yeah. I'm asking her to unmute. I don't know if she can hear us or not. And I was asking Miss Alejandro about whether or not she would be available for tomorrow.
The deputy wants to see if he could call this number and they can put her on the receiver. Oh, but she's already gone.
Well, you text.
Oh, there she is. There she is. Well, somebody left. Miss, let me put it on her chat. Okay.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes.
So tomorrow, what time is going to be?
No, we're
can-
not resetting it yet. We're trying to get it done so that you don't have to worry about work tomorrow.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. And we're just trying to get your attorney on board.
Okay.
I think we're gonna try to do it old school. Where maybe she's on somebody else's. I've actually had like a telephone when they call in FaceTime and it's held up, you know, maybe where Aleda's at or the deputy's at, and it's held up so that they can actually see the screen as well and we can see them. I've done it that old school as well.
Okay.
Judge, this is Maria, the court reporter. While we're waiting, may I take 5 minutes?
Absolutely. Let us know when you're ready.
Your Honor, I've got Ms. Bessa on my line. Ms. Bessa, can you talk just to see if they can hear you?
Okay, great.
While we wait for the court reporter.
Yeah, that's right. Now we'll just be in recess for like 3 or 4 minutes. I'm here. We're just waiting for the court reporter to get back.
Thank you, Judge.
And Your Honor, I did send you that judgment that we were waiting on that plea that Mr. Scott Hill said.
I think I signed it already. Did I not get it back to you?
No, you probably did. I just wanted to.
I was looking for it. So I was looking for it. I think I signed it. If I didn't, please let me know.
Okay, I'll ask the clerk. You did? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's been done, Your Honor.
Okay, good. I've been trying to keep up, but
That's not gonna happen. Sorry about that. Okay, looks like she's back.
All right, I'm calling the case of 662-395, Monica Alejandro. We had been taking your plea. I'm not really sure where we left off, so I'm going to basically start again, Miss Alejandro. If you have any questions, if you don't understand my questions or anything, will you let me know?
Yes, Your Honor.
If at any time you want to spot.
I can barely hear her.
Your Honor, if you could just raise your voice a little. I've got it at 100 right here and she could barely hear you.
Who is she, Miss Bessa?
Ms. Bessa, yes.
Okay, all right. I'm going to try. They say I'm soft-spoken. I don't think so, but all right. Ms. Alejandro, if at any time I ask you anything that you do not understand, will you let me know?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. If at any time you want to stop and speak to your attorney, will you let me know?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You signed several documents where you gave up some of your rights. And I want to ask you, did you read those documents?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over them with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you discuss any possible way to defend against the charges?
Yes.
And after all of that, you accepted the plea bargain?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And you spoke with her about any consequences immigration consequences that might happen?
Yes, I did.
All right. And you are satisfied and you want to go forward anyway with this process?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And I am not an immigration attorney and I'm not going to give you any advice other than you just never really know what's happening with immigration. They change the rules all the time. And so I wanted to make sure that you knew and had discussed that and decided you wanted to go forward with this, because I cannot guarantee you what the laws are going to be next month, next year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now.
I very appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. So it is your wish to go forward and plead. You're going to plead no contest. Is that correct? No, you're pleading guilty?
No, I'm pleading no contest.
Okay. It says here you're entering a plea of guilty on the paperwork.
Judge, that's correct. In order for them to plead on the obstruction, the ADA did ask that she plead guilty, even though it is going to be a deferred finding, Judge.
Okay. All right. So you understand that you, by pleading guilty, well, do you want the information read?
No, thank you.
Okay. We had talked before, and I think if I remember correctly, you had gotten up to what is basically 12 or 13 years of education in Mexico.
Yes, it's correct.
And you're quite fluent in English. Where did you study English?
I learned everything for the TV. I worked for Mr. Mi Tierra Cafe for 23 years. So I learned there.
Oh, good. All right. And you're able to read in English as well?
Yes.
Okay. So you understand that you gave up lots of rights that you have by law. You have the right to have the state prove up the case against you. You're giving up that right because basically you're going to plead guilty to the charge. So you're basically giving up your right to remain silent. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're giving up your right to a jury. A jury would have heard witnesses that would have been cross-examined by your attorney. I'm going to hear the case instead. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
So are you freely and voluntarily giving up those rights?
Yes.
And nobody's questioned your mental competency. You understand what you're doing?
No.
You do understand what you're doing or you don't?
I understand. Yes.
And so are you freely and voluntarily entering your plea?
Yes.
Okay. So to the charge of a Class B obstruction of highway, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty and for no other reason?
Yes.
You understand the range of punishment is up to a $2,000 fine and up to 180 days in jail.
Yes.
Knowing that full range of punishment, do you still wish to plead?
Yes.
Understanding I don't have to accept the plea bargain, do you still wish to plead?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And you understand that well, you've already discussed the possibility of any kind of immigration issues with your plea of guilty or no contest.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the services of your attorney?
Yes.
You think she did a good job for you?
Yes.
No complaints?
No complaints.
Ms. Bessa, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
You've spoken with your client. Do you feel that she understands the nature of the proceedings, knowingly waived her rights, and wishes to go forward?
I do.
So are you freely and voluntarily entering your plea? Ms. Alejandro, you're freely and voluntarily entering your plea?
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to scroll through here and find the plea bargain, but perhaps if you recite what the plea bargain is.
Yes, Judge, the state has agreed to.
The agreement is for a $500 fine. The state has agreed to probate 400 of it.
Judge, this, I don't mean to interrupt. The state would normally read off the agreement.
Yes, okay, go ahead, please.
Yes, Judge, I do need to amend the information and waive the count number 1, which is driving while intoxicated, and proceed solely on count number 2, obstruction of a highway. The state has also attached State's Exhibit 1 to the obstruction plea paperwork that I would move to admit into evidence as State's Exhibit 1.
No objection, Ms. Bessa, to exhibit number 1.
No objection, Judge.
Okay, it'll be admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. The agreement is a $500 fine with court costs. The state has agreed to probate $400 of that fine, 12 months deferred adjudication, 24 hours of community service, the DWI education program, victim impact panel, an ATP evaluation, ignition interlock for half the term, and a $50 Crime Stoppers fee.
Okay, is that the agreement as you understand it, Ms. Bessa?
Yes, it is, Judge.
Is that the agreement as you understand it, Ms. Alejandro?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. The court, having heard your plea of guilty and having heard what the actual plea bargain agreement is okay, so she's going on 12 months deferred is the recommendation, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
So we're going to defer adjudicating your case, place you on probation for 12 months, $500 fine, $400 of it is probated, court costs, 24 hours of community service. Are you vaccinated, Ms. Alejandro?
Yes,
Are you boosted?
not yet.
Okay, so Judge Saldaña gives everybody an opportunity to do 24 hours, up to 24 hours of community service by having your first shot for 8 hours, second shot for 8 hours, and the third booster for another 8 hours. So you can take care of that by getting boosted. You've had your first and second shots, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and that's your choice. Otherwise, you can, if you've already got proof of the first 2, show that, and then you still have 8 hours pending. DWI education class, VIP, ATP evaluation. You're going to have the ignition interlock on any device you drive for the first half of your probation, and 50 hours. What is that last 50 for? Right off the last one, the number 50. I have community service.
Are you talking about the last number, Judge, 50?
Yes, the 50.
$50 to Crime
Stoppers.
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor, it's a $50 Crime Stoppers fee.
Okay, $50 Crime Stoppers fee. All the other general conditions of probation are going to apply to you as well. Now, Ms. Alejandro, it's very important that you take your probation seriously. I know that all of this is going to be difficult for you because you are working, but if you get this, taken care of, you satisfy your probation, you can eventually apply to get the record cleared as well. So it's important that you take it very seriously. Don't give up. This is a wonderful opportunity not to have a record.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Please stay. You're going to visit, I guess, with Mr. Richardson for a little bit, and then he'll give you some instructions. And if there's nothing further, does that take care of everything?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Nothing further from the
Just for some clarification, how many community service hours were ordered?
24.
Okay, that's what I had. Thank you so much.
Okay, all right. Does that take care of everything for today, Elena?
It does, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you much, everybody. Appreciate your help.
So we'll see you tomorrow, Judge?
Yes, I think so, right?
Yes.
God
Yes.
willing.
Yes, thank God. All right, we'll see you tomorrow then. Y'all stay safe.
You too.
See you tomorrow.